Rise and shine, dreamers. You already know another blessed and grateful day. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone is getting off to an amazing start. A little bit of workout, maybe some meditation, journaling, taking some time to fill up your cup and really dominate the day. Saw the sun come up today, fired up, ready to go ahead and keep the energy rolling. So let's dive in. And as you see, today we're talking about the cognitive biases. And this is good. I'm going to give you guys 4 keys on why it is that some people might feel like they're doing all of the work, they're taking all of the action, but for some reason, they still might feel stuck. So I'm going to really go ahead and decode a couple of things for today. This is going to be a good training, a lot of details inside of today, so you're not going to want to miss it. Cedric Dreamers, let's go. How are we feeling? Grateful to be alive, grateful for God, grateful for each and every single one of you, grateful for the family, for the growth, for all of the momentum that is going around all over the country. It's exciting to see, and we've got some really big announcements behind the scenes too. So if you don't know, you definitely want to go ahead and reach out and see what is happening, because it's hard to keep it to myself. So let's get into it. Cognitive bias. What is it? How do we take advantage of it? How do we leverage it? And most importantly, how do we really go ahead and truly understand it? Okay. Well, I want to keep it very simple for everybody coming into today's training. Okay. Cognitive bias is nothing but really our brain, our identity, and all of our habits working together as one, right? This is literally what creates all of our cognitive bias. And I've noticed along this journey that, drop a 3 down below if you guys know somebody that self-sabotages themselves. I'll drop my 3s down below, because even I know for myself, I've been there as well, right? With multiple different areas of my life, and learning this concept really puts things into perspective. Okay, so check this out. Joe Dispenza, he has topics that he talks about. Our personality creates our personal reality. So many people, they're trying to change their personal reality without actually changing the personality. So this was me years ago, right? I felt like I'm doing everything on the outside, but why is nothing changes? And what I realized, starting first, the personality. What does the attitude look like? What is our belief? What is our faith? Can people feel and hear our faith when we're speaking, or are we speaking right? So this is huge. This all plays a huge role in how it is that our cognitive bias is either working for us or it's working against us. So again, if you feel like you've been struggling with delay, you've struggled with resistance, you've struggled with change, this is where it all starts right here. And I'm going to give you guys 4 keys to go ahead and really understand the cognitive bias and how to go ahead and, again, have it work for us. So let's dive in. Y'all ready? Here we go. Number 1, how to decode. The first one is decoding, understanding the pattern. Every single one of us, we have patterns. Think about it like this. When you wake up in the morning, what is the first couple things that you do? Maybe some of you brush your teeth, and then you go take a shower, and then you go to the bathroom. Everybody has rituals that we do every day. For some people, maybe it's getting up and smoking half a pack of cigarettes. So the first step is really decoding and asking ourselves, are these patterns conducive to growth? Maybe some people, again, they have nighttime activities where they're stuck watching movies. They're stuck watching Netflix. And that could be the pattern. That could be just what we're used to. Nothing wrong with that, but it takes really being conscious of all of the patterns and habits that we have that's not really adding to our growth. You know, even for me, I know ice cream. Ice cream used to be a big thing for me at nighttime. I used to love eating ice cream. I had to sit down and ask myself, is this actually going to allow me to really get shredded? Answer was no. So that's number 1, decoding all of the habits that's not actually helping us and in our favor, okay? Number 2 is going to be disrupting the patterns in real time, okay? Let's say, for example, me, one of my problems was getting up late, sleeping in, not having to clock into a job for a little minute. I got used to not having to wake up to an alarm clock. But that was a real pattern. I was like, you know what? If I see so many individuals, if they're waking up early, the 5 a.m. club, the 6 a.m. club, they're getting more done before 9, 10 a.m. than maybe I'm doing in a whole day. So that was one of the biggest things, even at the beginning, that I changed immediately in real time. I say, you know what? It's time to get up earlier. It's time to really start getting organized with my day. So for everybody on here, what are some patterns real time today that we can change and we can shift? It could be eating. It could be getting on mentorship calls, right? Maybe we get distracted every day with a similar routine. And the beauty of this is everybody's going to be different. So it's going to take some thinking. So that's going to be number 2, is disrupting those patterns. Number 3 is going to be the rewire. Now there's a little bit of a change. The moment that we have an inclination to maybe get distracted or go and do something that's not going to allow us to grow, now we start getting a little bit more of awareness. The times where we're maybe watching TV or maybe just scrolling for hours on our phone, we started realizing, you know what? I can actually be making videos. I can be making content. I can be going out and making new connections with this time. And for me, I always start to realize, like, dang, how much time have I really been wasting? And that leads me to number 4. The 4th key to really go ahead and decode the cognitive bias is rebuilding. Rebuilding with new habits. You know, I believe every one of us on the journey, it takes being able to, number 1, cut out the fat, but eventually it takes being able to add on new habits. Maybe getting up early, getting back in the gym, changing our routine of what we're eating. What are we eating? What are we consuming every day? Is it actually feeding us, or is it making us tired and making us feel more lazy and lethargic, right? So these are all questions and things for me, even till this day, I'm asking along this journey to continue to refine and sharpen the sword. And I want to leave everybody with this, right? There's 2 sides that I've noticed, even for me, that I've been able to feel quite often on this journey. One is chasing perfection, trying to be perfect. And actually, one of my mentors, he went over it this morning. He said, you see, if we're trying to be perfect and we're chasing perfection, we're never going to be able to get it right. Because he always asks, well, what is perfection? What is the perfect video? What is the perfect script? It doesn't exist. There is no such thing as the perfect one. And number 2, the second piece is learning, exploring, and creating is where the growth is. It's not trying to be perfect. It's not trying to go ahead and fit everybody's approval. It's about being authentic, being real, putting out our story, because everybody has a story and people are waiting to go ahead and relate to that story. So family, these are the 4 keys on how to go ahead and decode the process. And don't think about being perfect. Just think about learning, think about creating, and think about continually to explore, getting around mentors, being hungry for new knowledge, hungry for another nugget to go ahead and implement into the day. So that's my training for today, fam. Hope you got a little bit of value. Let's go out and dominate the rest of the week. We have Houston live for one of our major regionals coming up. Again, if you're near Houston and you guys know anybody in the area, feel free to go ahead and send them over that way. We're on the flyer, and this is just the first event on one of the legs on this next 90-day tour impacting the rest of the country. So I love you guys. Anything you need, I got your back. Remember that we can be, do, and have. You already know, anything in our mind, we can hold it right here in our hand. Drop some 5s down for yourself if you are ready to go ahead and make the most of the second half of 2020.